Hello everybody, welcome back to Vasten2, episode 4. This is the third and final time we're going to be working on this little bit of a project here before I do a bit of a walk-around tour on episode 5. So what I wanted to do is I want to essentially double or even more than that the size of this little regular house. We've been calling them filler houses here in Vasten again, because as with the last couple episodes, I've been trying to just build houses where people live. I know that seems kind of silly, but you know, a lot of houses, whenever you see a Minecraft world, are shops or stores or businesses or farms or things like that. And these are just houses. This is just where the people who work in other places actually live, whether they work out of town or merchants or anything, farmers, or work in the castle, or employees of these great houses that we're about to build. And I mean houses like royalty houses. So what I did is I laid out a bunch of houses, like, I don't know, 12 or so in that area. And then I used a combination of cobblestone and cracked stone brick. If you're building this and you want to add a little bit of texture variation, the cracked stone brick is absolutely key to it. It goes great with cobblestone, shows that maybe things used to be a little bit nicer, maybe they've been there for a little while. It just gives that extra little added bit of age to your build. And then as I did the outline, I tried to find a middle section, whether I did an L or I did a straight line or even just a tower or whatever, because the middle section would actually be taller than the others. You can see those squares that I did with either dark oak or spruce. Those are going to be the taller sections, and that's going to be what kind of gives us our second floor or our little dabs of color, whether it's oak planks or jungle planks or something in that area, you know. And then the lower parts are just going to be your regular peaks. And the reason why I did that is because from the ground level, not so much from flying up above, but from the ground level, you look up and you can see all these different heights. It really adds a lot to the city, and mostly they're very easy to copy and replicate and build just a ton of. I've been using the shuffle mod a lot whenever I'm doing both the walls and more recently here the roofs, where it's a mod made by Trixon, and it's a fabric mod, so you can just throw it in your mods folder and play with it on vanilla even if the server doesn't have it. It's very, very cool. So what I would do is I would put 2 stairs and 1 planks in my hotbar and nothing else that can be placed. Enable shuffle bar, and then it will just pick randomly from those 3. Now it doesn't know that I have 2 stairs which are the same and 1 plank. It just picks, so I get 2/3 stairs and 1/3 planks. I find that that's kind of a nice thing just to give the roof not an absolutely uniform build. I think really adding in those planks really makes a huge change. Now look, if I weren't trying to build about literally 30 or 40 of these houses right in this area, I would probably do some things a little bit more detailed, but there's some reality of what we're doing. These aren't the most detailed houses in this world. There are detailed houses. They're just at the edge of render there up in the top. And I'm going to be doing a lot more of these detailed houses in the coming episodes. But for right now, I just want to do stuff that's simple and stuff that we can have really just a ton of. These aren't the ones that you jump on the tour server to go look at. These are the ones that you walk through to go look at the really good stuff, right? Not saying that we're not trying to make them still look nice and all that kind of stuff, but there is a little bit of reality there, right? Now, if you take a look at what is going on over here, this is where I'm adding in the second floor to these, and the second floor doesn't go the whole length of the house. It only goes that middle square section, and then up on top I throw another roof of the same material. You know, just to keep it consistent, because the only roof materials that we're using for filler houses is either spruce or dark oak. If you're building a shop or a special house or a mansion, then you can use whatever you want. Those are supposed to be changed and all different. But for these houses, we have kind of a set palette. The second floor materials can be essentially anything. I've been using a lot of wood just because I feel like that would be cheaper for people who maybe aren't super rich, right? Like these are not necessarily slums, not necessarily the poor people, but they're maybe not the rich people, right? So maybe wood that is readily available in this kingdom would be something that they would use frequently. And also it's easy for me to get too, given that we're still fairly early in the season and we don't have tons and tons and tons of resources. Though I could use terracotta. We do have a terracotta beacon and a nether path that gets there, but honestly, I've already started using the wood, so I think I should continue on for these filler houses using that. But if you want to use terracotta and you're building some of these filler houses in Vasten2, then please, by all means, feel free. Hey, before I get any further in this video, I want to mention that we do have a public tour server. The IP is listed in this description or in my Discord. Jump in and just check it out. I'll update it before this episode comes out, so you can walk around our city and just check it out. It's really, really cool. We have dozens and dozens and dozens of houses. You're just seeing what I've been working on, but everyone's been working on stuff. Robbie already built half a castle. Yeah, there's lots and lots of stuff. You can check out all the farms. You can just walk around and just feel immersed in the beginnings of this city and just see how really, truly, amazingly far it came. Now, when I'm talking about planning out this area that I'm working on, one thing that I do want to work on and keep in mind is the road situation. I did talk to Old Gray, and if you see that one greenhouse right sort of in the middle, just a little bit top right of the screen there, that house had to change because the road that cuts right through the middle of this is supposed to be a major road. And I kind of shaved off a little bit of it, making it just a wee bit too small. So you can see the different sizes of roads. We have a really big, thick road. That's a main road. Then we have a medium road. And then we have small roads that kind of wind along the bottom of the screen there. Those small roads are really going to be key. Now, right now, all the roads are cobblestone textured. We're going to texture them. And in the very last clip of this, I believe you can actually see there's the beginnings of some texture. We just haven't gotten there yet. We have split up all the people in Vasten. You could join any crew you want, whether it's a landscaping crew or a road crew or a technical crew. That's not me. Or a housing crew for basically these filler houses or whatever. And the one I'm heading up is the housing crew, just trying to get people to build a lot of sort of regular grind filler houses. And then like Callus is doing the landscaping crew, Old Gray's doing the road crew, and like lots and lots of people are on all different crews, and you can be on more than one. But it's a nice way to have sort of one person that kind of, I hate to say in charge, maybe not in charge per se, as much as has a guiding hand and maybe a little bit of an influence, just so everything is consistent through a big kingdom. We're already, I can tell you right now, this kingdom has more big improvements to it than any kingdom we've done before. Now, not more impressive builds or not more bigger builds, but we're working way better as a team and as kind of a build crew, as kind of a build team than we ever have before. Where before it was kind of like, we're like, okay, steampunk, go, and just everyone did whatever they want. Now we do have a little bit of guidance. We have something that we started this season called the Build Council, and there's 5 of us on there, and each of us sort of heads up a crew, and you know, it doesn't set hard and fast rules, but just kind of helps like lightly steer the ship and just keep things going in the right direction. If there's questions, then we can answer those. All right, I'm going to let this go for now. Thank you so much for watching and spending part of your day with me. I hope you are enjoying these time-lapse videos. I'm having a good time doing it. Next video, we're going to get boots on the ground, and we're going to walk around, and you can see everyone else's build. Okay? I'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Love you all. Subscribe to my friends. Bye, everybody.